Previously on Survivor. Dylan and Dawn began to split base squad.
I'm not 100% on him, and I don't think he's 100% with me.
The one thing I saw was that Alex and Dylan were getting on like really good,
yeah.
like low key, you know, just like.
Yeah. No, I saw that.
Meanwhile, after a third ferocity loss,
What the fuck?
the tribe was divided 4-4. South Campus crew of Abel, Emily, Faith, and Miranda versus Swale, Susan, Thomas, and Tony.
Swale will be leaving Ferocity.
Sort of stirring the pot a little bit will help me.
And after Swale tried to blackmail Faith,
and like they mentioned things to me, alright? Alright, someone from the other side, right?
Faith flipped on the revote, sending Miranda home and blindsiding South Campus crew. 16 are left. Who will be voted out tonight?
I'm going to South Campus.
So,
Same.
I'm heading South Campus too.
Miranda was voted out. It sucks. It was a tactical error on our part. I think we underestimated Tony. We expected him to stick with us because we mentioned that his name was on the chopping block. But instead, I guess he wanted to get rid of Miranda more.
Where's everyone going? Sorry.
I'm going to
He's going in
I gotta buy.
We're going South Campus.
And it's closer
South
than like.
Campus should go this way.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to the.
We should cut through lot 1. Sure.
Yeah, I'm going to this one.
Alright, bye, Swan.
All right, see ya.
Bye, Swan.
Stay warm.
We're going here.
Yeah, we can talk in here.
So that was not like what I was expecting, obviously.
Like, I thought we fucking had the vote.
Tony flipped. Tony flipped. That's what happened.
No, but what are the four? What are the
No,
three of us?
well, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. She's talking about the first one.
The first vote, it was 4-4, and it's obvious who it was. It was the four of us and the four of them.
Yeah.
I swear it wasn't me. If it was me, I would own up to it, but it really wasn't.
Yeah.
Well, someone needs to fess up right now, or else I will call somebody out, and I can guarantee.
It wasn't me.
And it wasn't me either.
So you're gonna tell me both that neither one of you did it?
I promise. I voted for Swally twice.
Because that was the plan. Like we said, if it came to a tie, we said we're sticking with like her.
Who do I think the flip flop? Oh, it was Faith for sure.
Honestly say, like, it wasn't me. I feel just as upset, like, if I was voted out, I'd be, like, I'm just as devastated as her. So, honestly, like...
At this point, all I want is just for someone to say they did it. Like, I don't care if you did it. I completely understand, because I almost did it. Like, I can 100% understand flipping, because going home for a rock, no one wants to do that.
Someone just needs to fess up. I'm really not gonna get mad. I'm really not gonna get mad.
This is the only thing I want
But
is you to
clearly,
say something.
we're not. Honestly, like this is. I've been honest. I've been honest with you from day one, Emily, and you know damn well I have.
I think that the flip vote for Miranda was probably me. It was me. I didn't really like plan on lying, but then it was just at the heat of the moment, and then like Emily just was so emotional. She was like, "Who voted for Miranda?" And I was like, "It wasn't me." I don't regret doing the flip vote at all, just because I could have potentially been voted out if it came down to it, and I don't think any of my current tribe members who are still here should regret it either, because that means I saved them as well. That means none of them had to go home either.
I didn't do it.
I mean, you're on the verge of tears. Like I don't.
Right, that's because that's how frustrated I am, because I didn't do it. My defense mechanism to every emotion, happiness, sadness, hunger, sleepiness, whatever, is that my eyes start filling up with tears immediately, which is like the worst defense mechanism in the world ever.
Well, they kept Swally for a reason, but I don't know why.
I showed you the picture. Swale is roommates with Michael. He's talking to Michael, and we
You should have brought it up.
Well, Emily, you said you were going to, and you just never did. Like,
I'm sorry.
that was like, I'm not trying to blame you, but like, Michael and Swale found the picture of them, their roommates together. They've been talking this entire time. And I'm really not blaming you, but I just like need us to be on the same page. Really
We all need us to be on the same page. So like, what are we supposed to do?
I'm really frustrated. I thought we were good, and we don't have majority. They do. So if they try to pull something like this again, they could target each one of us.
Just pick us off, like...
And to be honest, like, if I'm being pretty honest, I think the next person they pick off is like you. Like, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm being like, this is me being honest. Like, they're gonna pick off either you or me.
I don't believe a word that Abel says at all. I knew in my gut that it was Abel.
Literally. can't trust anyone in this game. I think what we've done right now. I already know that Faith is going behind my back and talking to Alex and the other tribe.
You met with Faith today. I'm very surprised she reached out to you because when we were doing our South Campus crew thing, like talking back, she did mention it. Has anyone talked to anyone on the other tribe? And everyone's just like, no. And she was just like, well, I was thinking I would reach out to someone too.
Yeah.
Interesting that she reached out to you. I want to hear what she said.
Yeah. No, I mean she's really sweet, and like I can tell that she's gonna play the game, but she's very freshman. Like she's making freshman moves right now to a junior.
You can't do it.
Like,
and of course, Alex told me because me and Alex are in an alliance, and now I'm just slowly connecting the dots with everybody to being like, oh, Alex and Faith are in the same sorority. Hint, hint, hint. So that might put target on her back, unfortunately, but Faith should not be fucking with the alliance.
And then Abel was like, and I think it was Faith because Faith is in the same sorority as Alex. As if we all don't go to the same university.
Emily's shocked, obviously, but she should still be happy.
Emily's face the entire time actually was priceless. She was like, oh,
Who's Faith?
oh, what's going on? I'm just like, dude, come on, seriously, like, stop. Like, I want to get out of here.
After the last tribal, I was really confused because I talked to Thomas and was like, hey dude, like, I don't care that you voted for Miranda. I really don't. I'm just confused why you didn't let me know. And basically his words to me was that it was a last minute decision, whatever.
Things that I didn't want to be in this position. I wanted to play good as far into the game as possible until I had to chop somebody's limbs off. But a bell came at me too early. They're at the bottom and they're willing to talk to me. I'm willing to listen. One thing you don't want to do is close out information at this point. So they're opening doors for opportunities for me. Tony led the idea. Although I had it in my mind, he led the idea. He's like, let's do this. I think the tribe finally realized that going after me is a big move. It's not like just let's vote off Swally. It's, you guys, do you think we should vote off Swally now? Because well, guess what? If the moment that thought come in your head, just know that you have to blindside me for me to leave this game. Like, I'll find every way to make sure that I am here at the end.
I decided I was alone, I might as well go and do a little bit of idol searching. I was pretty confident that it was going to be like the top part of the stadium. And duct taped here. I don't know. It. That's it. Feel pretty good. Got the idol. This little guy. I'm very excited. I know I'm nervous that like someone else is gonna come. I don't know what I'm gonna say. I'm glad I wasn't crazy because I was so sure that it was in that general area, and it was.
It was a successful day.
Today was a successful day. We met up. We were talking about this thing right here. This is the hidden immunity idol that is no longer hidden. It's just an immunity idol now.
But he told me and Kevel, which was a huge sign of his trust. Just having that information definitely puts me at ease because even if I don't have it, I trust Dylan and Kevel 100%, and I know that we can all make a plan together.
I wasn't 100% sure how on board I was with them or if they were trying to cook up a blindside, but I think at that point, him showing me the idol, I definitely trusted him a lot after that, so I think I'm in a solid alliance, at least with those two.
After discussing for a while what path we're going to go down, we decided that we are voting for Tony.
At Tribal, Swallow was supposed to go home, but everyone thought he was going to go home from Faith's alliance, which is Faith, Abel, Emily, Miranda, and Susan. Susan is with Thomas, Swallow, and Tony, and Michael. And so.
Oh, Michael's a part?
Yeah, Michael's
okay.
part of it. So we need to vote out Michael.
Oh, yeah, for
Easy.
sure.
Yes.
And I know you're in, Danielle's in, like,
You
and Dawn will be in,
Dawn
like,
will do whatever.
because she knows, Doc will probably be in,
Yeah.
once he knows. He's a huge threat.
We don't know when the merge is.
Yeah.
It could be in the next week or two.
Yeah.
Do we lose on purpose?
No.
No? Because if we take him to the
Okay,
merge,
like strategically, yeah, we like lose on purpose, but like I could never bring myself to lose on purpose.
I mean, it'd be weird. I get that, but like, what if, like, that's another guy. Like, what if we win and then we merge right after that?
We've been holding the fact that we know that Michael is really involved with the other team, just so that we can use it at the key moment. That amount of information that he is so involved with so many people on the other team and that he's part of a huge alliance that could possibly really disrupt everyone else's game will easily get voted out.
So I feel like Abel, give us the breaking news on Dom.
Don's fucking with you guys. So he sent me a screenshot of your group me.
I saw
Of the clues.
I saw it, yeah.
Like I showed
you
it.
guys a screenshot. You can show
Like,
it.
I will show you the screenshot. Like, it's pretty fucked.
He has a screenshot of all the clues.
Like he showed
That
me
is-
all the clues,
Oh my
and like
God.
I'll show you. Unfortunately, my phone deletes text messages within next week, but like I will show you this past week of our text messages.
He is like, he's totally communicating with Dom.
And I ran into Kevel, and we were just chatting. I kind of took the opportunity as a great way, because I knew Kevel and Dylan and Alex were in an alliance, to get into that alliance. So I straight up made a power move, threw Dawn under the bus, like seriously under the bus.
So why are you telling us this though?
I'm telling you this right now because like when it comes to the merge, like I'm trying to like straight up like make a relationship with you guys because like I know like with my team we're very split right now. If you could like not win the challenge, like throw it a little bit, get rid of Michael.
I want to get rid of Michael.
I want to get because I know Michael's talking this while. Like if we get rid of Michael the first week, that'll be good. It will give my team motivation.
They trust me, but they definitely think I have my own agenda, which I do.
I'm not happy with Abel right now. I think his gameplay was so poor on that move. But Dylan and Kevel were just sketched out that Abel came and told them all this information. So now they think that Abel's just going to betray anyone he talks to because he showed him all this stuff. I would pick Dylan over Abel any day of the week. Abel, I love you, but what were you thinking?
I honestly don't know. They always have all the information. Like, Dylan actually always has all the information. You trust Dylan?
Like, I want to.
When the second challenge happened, it was the second challenge, like, he came over to me and was like, yo, so if, like, we lose today, who you gonna vote out? And I was like, honestly, I'm gonna base it on the challenge. Like, I didn't do good last week, so I'm actually, like, worried about myself, for, like, literally right now. And he was like, yo, he's like, I'm talking to, like, people, like, I'm thinking about getting out Taylor, and I'm like,
What?
I have nothing, like, against it.
Don was cool. I'm glad that I got lunch with him. He probably has the most of my trust out of anyone else on this tribe. Definitely can't trust Dylan at this point. He's just super sneaky and he's a threat and he needs to like get out ASAP. Dylan, we are enemies. Why, Dylan? That's so sneaky.
Don and I had a individual alliance together just because we went out so often and we saw each other that eventually I was like, you are a strong guy, I'm a smart girl, and no one will see it coming.
Like, I'm so like off the grid with everything. Yeah, that just makes me think more that he's not really like talking to anyone in my friend.
Yeah, that's
He's
why
just a busy guy.
I was talking to Don. I was like, maybe we should talk to Michael. And then he's like, oh, like maybe Michael already has like alliances with Toad. I was like, I really don't think so.
No, Don is so paranoid. It's like kind of cracking me up.
Oh,
Like,
Don is so fucking paranoid.
He's
He's always like, yeah, like got us. Like, so I'm like, okay, like chill out.
I want to talk to Michael. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's why I was like, Don, like, we need to like sit down with Michael and ask him to coach with us.
Well, first I want to officially, I think, okay, because you were talking about trust and all that.
Yeah.
Do we want to say that we are somewhat working together? Like, I would be down. I just want to make sure you're down. Like, if you're not, I totally understand.
Yeah, I'm down.
And so then I talked to Shayna and Taylor because we're on the north side of campus. And with that, I ended up getting closer to Taylor.
Like, if there was a power duo anywhere, there's like physical duos and then there's mental duos. So I do think that.
Yeah, we killed at that like blindfold
Yeah.
challenge.
And then we talked game and we realized that we were both really smart and she knows her stuff and is good at game.
At this point, if she does trust me, then I'm gonna use that to my advantage.
It wasn't, honestly, I could eat one. Like, I couldn't
I
eat
don't have a thing against it.
Well, I could eat cockroaches.
I just can't eat
so
so fast.
That's not healthy.
Yeah, I know. I can't eat so that fast.
I can't force myself to swallow. Like that just makes me want to
Yeah.
gag. The three girls talking about.
Who's ready to get to the next immunity challenge?
Let's go!
I'm gonna need the immunity idol back. This idol, nicknamed the Base Squad Idol. Alright, it's the Base Squad Idol. So, immunity is up for grabs. Today's challenge, it is bocce ball. Each tribe is going to send up one person at a time. They are going to take turns tossing a ball from behind the cones. After all 3 balls have been tossed from each team, the closest ball gets that team a point. First to 5 wins. Base Squad, you're going to get 2 red balls and a green ball. Ferocity, you're going to get 2 blue balls and a yellow ball. Ha ha! How old are we? Also, everyone has to throw once. So, you have to get all 7 people to play before you can send in a different person. Base Squad, because Michael and Daniela are not here, they will not participate. That's fine, so you have now an equal number, 7 versus 7. Alright, let's get started.
You got this, mate.
That's first place for Ferocity. Yeah. That is a point for Base Squad.
Let's go, Emily, let's go! Let's go, Emily, let's go! Let's go, Emily, let's go!
bring a...
Forgot the measuring.
We're gonna have to bring a... That is another point for base Nice throw by Dylan. That was hot. That was good. Oh, you're good. You're good. Nice throw. There.
It's okay.
A high throw. That's it. That's it. That's it.
Oh yeah.
Very good shot. Taylor, take this point. The score is 3.
Good job. Okay, Cody. I see you, Shayna.
Good throw by Shayna.
Oh, I should hold it right now.
That's a point for base squad.
All right, Swallow.
It is Swallow versus Josh Hurt. How would you?
Swallow, don't let him get
Roll. Base squad. The score is 4-3. Base squad. It is still anyone's game. So now that everyone is gone, you guys can choose whoever you want to go. You can choose the same person to go over and over if you want.
Go, Faith. You got Faith.
All right, Faith is chosen from Ferocity. Woo! And Dylan. It's a very close shot right now. There's a chance to... Base squad point. Base squad wins. For the fourth straight time in a row.
Good guys.
Guys.
1, 2, 3, base squad!
Like, that's 4 in a row, and they're all different in various challenges, and we can't win any of them, so it's like, it easily could be a slippery slope. It's already kind of slippery slope. We've already fell, we're just sliding down.
I mean, we cannot lose every single time. Like, I've said that every time we've been in here, so I don't know.
So we feel the same way we did the past 3 times.
We feel less upset than we did the last 3 times.
Actually,
I
think this fine.
we kind of knew at that point. We were just like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's fine. We're gonna go travel. We're gonna vote someone out. Same way we have.
Same old.
You guys have any thoughts?
Tony's probably like my go-to.
Same.
Yeah.
For this one, I'm just like.
Basically.
I mean, also.
Even today, he was like.
He didn't
really
say
quiet
anything.
and
Like
stuff.
when we were talking, he was just like nothing.
No, that's true.
We asked Tony, we were like, "How was your weekend?" He's like, "I did a lot of drugs." I was like, "Okay."
Are you okay, right?
Okay, Tony, cool.
He was like, "I'm coming down now."
My deal breaker for this tribal council is everyone voting Tony. In terms of being a possibility, I definitely think there is a good amount of a chance that it will be, just because especially a lot of the girls did not like Tony to begin with.
I feel like Swale seems kind of like sneaky.
I mean,
is sneaky, I think. I mean, I don't know. That's why we all wanted him out last time.
at this point, gunning firm is not gonna. Like,
No, it's not gonna work.
That's not gonna.
It's not gonna. You have to like.
I don't think
you have
he'll like. Even if he makes it to the merge, I don't think he'll make it like far like after the merge.
I think Tony would be. I think we'll make it work.
There's already 3 votes secured for Tony. It's really just gonna come down to my conversation with Swale and Thomas. I'm just not too worried about me, because I approached Swale before the challenge, and I pretty much I laid it down for him. I told him I knew he was talking to Michael, showed him the picture, kind of threw Emily under the bus, saying she was targeting him, and that she's still mad about it, especially that he voted out Miranda.
So Abel hit me up. He's like, I have some interesting information. So and he's like, well, so he didn't like directly accuse me. So it was like a picture of me, Soham, and Michael, like against the Triforce picture, like when we take pictures of the.
And then it said photo credit stop, sorry.
Yeah. So I think like he figured out like, oh, when he showed me, I was like, yeah, that's my roommate Soham. Oh, that's Michael. If you don't know him, he's on the other. He's like, I played it super casual, like doesn't matter. But anyways,
It's
like
a Bell, so what is he gonna do with the
Bell's like,
information? He's just gonna be like, oh, hey guys, they know each other. Oh.
Yeah, like didn't actually like use it, like to accuse it. He actually wanted to use it to work with me. So he's like, so what do you think about the other tribe, whatever? Like he wants to get information through Michael to get to work with him, and like.
So Abel figured out that Swale, Michael, and I are, best friends. So he went up to Swale and confronted him about it, and it was just like, look, dude, we can definitely like talk about this, and like I'm not even gonna like use this against you. In fact, I want to work with you and Thomas and Michael. It's very hypocritical when you say that you're gonna vote out Swale last tribal because he knows people. So I went and found the first, literally when I say the first picture, I scrolled down once and I found this picture. And then I photoshopped it. Hypocritical as fuck. And if you can't tell, that is Alex and Daniela with him on a dodgeball team. So it's very hypocritical for someone to say, I'm gonna vote you out because you know other people.
To be honest, I'm just gonna vote for Tony.
Yeah.
Like I was just like, I've talked to Emily and Faith about it too.
Yeah.
It's we're just like yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Just because like that's what I was feeling last week.
But then everything happened.
And then like I don't really like but then like everything happened like in my life, and then like I just like okay, I'll do tribal, and then last minute I started hearing like names that weren't Tony. So I was like, well, I guess I'm not voting for Tony.
I mean Susan, she's just very neutral, so she can go anyway. Thomas and Swale are strong players. I don't know how they feel about me.
So what were you thinking about this?
About this vote?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've talked to Emily and Susan already, and like they are.
I'm talking to Emily too. Yeah.
Tony is like they're like getting rid of Tony.
Yeah.
I'm afraid our team's gonna start getting divided though. That's what I don't want.
Yeah, it's funny. But
I mean, if we're voting for Tony, like I'm sure.
I think we're gonna be unanimous.
It could be easily. If it's Tony, then I'm almost certain.
I think. Well, no. Susan today, she's like, "Yo, are you voting for Tony?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm voting for Tony."
Yeah.
I definitely think Swale trusts me enough to bring me that information.
don't know if you can trust Belle. I'm not gonna
Okay,
lie.
I don't trust Belle.
I think
at all.
No.
You know, and I like 100% believe it was not you that voted for Miranda.
No, I believe it wasn't you either. Like,
And it,
I don't know. Even if it was Faith, that him voting for Miranda, yes, that was the catalyst for me. Like, I guess not trusting him, but it's not the whole reason. Like, there's a lot of other reasons why I don't trust him, and like a lot of other reasons why I do trust Faith. And even if it came down in the end, and I watched the episode, and I'm like, oh crap, it was actually Faith that flipped, I would still want to vote out Belle and vote because I think he's a bigger threat later on.
it's just very, very, it's just very clear that Belle is out for himself.
I think that's
In
why
like a
he's,
very like dangerous type of
Yeah,
way.
I think he's like really good at making it seem like he's a team player. Right?
Yeah, he's
like,
not.
I think he's very
I don't trust him at all.
Yeah.
And like at this point, I would rather like you, me, Thomas, Swally, and Susan work together.
That I don't think he's been a bad asset to the team. I think he's done his job at contributing, but I just don't think anyone feels safe with him.
We're gonna have to figure out if we want to vote off Tony or Belle this week, because the closer.
Belle is dangerous though. Tony's not. Tony's
So
just an
you think
easy
we should?
vote.
I think Belle would be easy to convince everybody else to vote too.
I know that my team is a losing team. Like, I don't want to say that. I'm not proud to say that, but Frosty has lost 4 in a row. It's happening, and it's happening to my team, and it's not a nice feeling. Like, we're still fighting for 16th place right now. It's gonna, like, the people who make it to the merge, especially on a losing team, are gonna be the people who are, like, smooth talkers, sneaky but in a secretive way, and can make sure people vote with them.
Alright, so good. I'm glad we can meet because I've definitely wanted to meet with you the most.
Yeah.
Susan has told a lot of other people that she trusts me, and Susan and I seem to have a good relationship going. Talking to her seemed like a good move. It's also kind of like a girl thing. Like, Faith and I were just kind of talking about like what happened, like what everything, like from the vote before, and like all that. And we were just going through like a bunch of situations, like who do we think we can trust and like is beneficial like moving forward. I don't know, because I know there's been a lot of talk about Tony.
I talked about Tony a lot last week. Yeah, because
I
that was
know.
my initial person I wanted to get off.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. And I think Tony is definitely, not an easy vote, but he's kind of one that everyone can rally around.
Yeah.
A Belle. Yeah. What are your feelings on Belle?
I think he's fine, though.
Yeah, he really sketches me out. I don't think he's just talking within our tribe.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to get kind of into the other, which makes him really dangerous in a merge. I think Susan and Swally have a better relationship than I do with Swally, and it seems like she has a good relationship with Thomas. And since I voted Swally last time, he might not want to necessarily trust me right now, which is fine. He needs to go before a merge. I don't want him talking to the other tribe. That's like,
yeah,
I don't like that at all.
I agree. Okay, cool.
Belle has been reaching out to every single person on the tribe, and initially I didn't know how I felt about that, but then hearing someone else bring it up that they think it's a little sketchy made me realize, like, yeah, it is a little bit sketchy. And he's been reaching out to other people on the opposite tribe.
I would definitely feel comfortable with you. I feel like you and I could work together well.
I feel the same way.
I feel good about Faith too, just from I've talked to her on the walks back and forth from tribal or from challenges just because we live in the same area, and I think she comes across as a very trustworthy person.
I think that we're gonna come out as a strong 6. I know that I still have Swally and Thomas on my side, and through that I have Tony on my side, and Emily really, really wants to work together with me.
I just don't trust him anymore at all. Like, he was a good alliance to have up to this point, but like, it is your time to go, friend.
I don't know if you got the word.
I got it's a bell, right?
It's a bell. Yeah. But again, this week you're disguise vote. And but you should be fine. It's only a bell. So he found out it wasn't. I don't know if people did know this, but he found out something that he thought was like super secret or whatever.
Yeah.
But like I was like, oh, you don't know this, whatever. Like.
So, your roommate. Yeah.
My roommate is Michael, who's on the tribe. Like.
I knew that.
And
I don't really care about that, dude. It's not a big deal.
I mean,
I don't think losing a bell is a big loss. His challenge game isn't really that strong. Really, he based his game around sort of putting himself as the de facto leader of this tribe. And once we figured that out, we realized he doesn't really bring anything else.
At this point, what I've been doing, I've had to do, because before I could stay under the radar with my alliance, I'd be fine. But now I'm forced to actually make moves because I don't feel safe with just me, Faith, and Emily. At this point, I'm more concerned about me. Before I was like, my alliance great, but if I want my plan to Alex to work, I need to make it.
All right, so guys, welcome back for the 4th time in a row.
Good job, team.
So, Faith, at this point, do these seats seem familiar? Do you guys have like a set place where you're gonna sit each time?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've been at this set seat like 3 times in a row, so it's getting kind of familiar.
So Emily, last time we talked extensively about how this group is one cohesive unit and like everyone talks to each other and there aren't any clear divisions. Is that apparent this time, or are you guys all together again?
Definitely with some divisions going on at the last tribal that, you know, it was pretty epic, but I think we kind of got to the point after that where we were like, we're going back to tribal, like we need to try to figure something out, and so not necessarily allowing lines from last time to like maybe define us per se.
Swally, this is your 4th loss in a row. Is this just a string of bad luck, or is Ferocity just the weaker team?
And I don't know if I've taken this many L's in my life, but like I think at this point we've just like, I mean, we've gotten used to coming here, and like each time we try to go in with a new set of confidence. First one was like very cold, then it was like wet and cold, then it was snowy, then this weather is a lot better. So we have we're going into something brighter, maybe into new beginnings. So we're going to come out of spring break, Ferocity 2.0.
I'm loving this feel.
Yeah, so I mean, you got to turn it back around. I don't care how many losses we've taken.
Okay, so Thomas, last time no one really said if there were any divisions in this tribe.
So I think the vote was Tony, me, Susan, and Swale against Miranda, and then Abel, Emily, Faith, and obviously Miranda against Swale. I mean, we still met with each other again. It's not like I have any grudge against any of the 3 players that voted against Swale, or even if they voted, suppose the vote was against me instead of Swale, still wouldn't have a grudge against that.
There was yes, I was in the minority. I voted for Swale, but Swale and I met up afterwards. We had a chance to talk about it. We talked about what happened, how it. I was 100% convinced that Swale was a unanimous vote, and so I didn't know, and we talked about it, and like Faye said, I give him mad props for switching the vote.
Yeah, I listen, and I just talk to people I listen, and that's pretty much it. I have an open door policy. Like, I don't talk to anybody more than anybody. I just, like, if I'm there, if I'm near you, you can come talk to me. That's pretty much what I have. The thing is that, obviously, last time we wanted to do a unanimous vote, and I would have liked to vote Swally too, but, like, according to tribal rules, I can't do that. The thing is that I don't care who voted for me or not. Like, I like everyone here. Like, if I was not in, like, I like Emily, I like Abel, I like Faith. If I was not, and Emily's like a great person.
I think there's definitely people who do call the shots. I think Swally definitely called the shots last time. I was actually impressed that he actually is still here right now. Like, that's no hard feelings. Like, I was actually impressed with that. So that shows his status on the team, just because he was able to convince a majority of the people to vote with him. So I think Swally is a pretty dominant person on the team right now. And I think also Bell seems like someone who's called the shots too. I think, like, he's influenced a lot of people, he's talked to a lot of people, and he's been a smooth talker. So I think he's also someone who's called the shots. And I think there's also been people preparing for the future by talking to people on the other team, supposedly. I think from my perspective, like, as in terms of the other tribals, how it's gone is that I've kind of depended on other people to tell me what other people were saying. Like, I know Emily and Belle talked to, like, most of the players, and I really hadn't reached out to a lot of players individually. This tribal was different because I think when I wanted to know information, I actually went out of my way and found out from each person what I wanted to know, instead of counting on someone else's words to tell me what was going to happen. I think it's going to be unanimous.
I agree with Faith. I think it is.
I, like, 99% sure it's going to be.
We'll start the voting then.
Sir. Oh, my hair looks disgusting.
Friday happy hour. I'm sorry I couldn't come, dude. That's a good idea.
We answer to the best of our abilities.
Alright. If anyone has the hidden immunity idol and you would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Alright. Once the votes have been read, the person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. The first vote. Tony. Second vote. Abel. That is 1 vote Abel, 1 vote Tony. 5 votes left. Abel. Abel. The vote. That is 3 Abel, 1 Tony. 5th vote. Fourth person voted out of Survivor New Beginnings. Abel. That's 4. That's enough tonight. Abel, the tribe has spoken. Here we go. Well, it sure didn't look like Abel expected this unanimous vote. So it seems like you guys are doing pretty well with blindsides. But that's all I got for you, so free to go.
Definitely messed up last week. It cost Miranda, and I'm pretty sure Faith didn't trust me, which is why I got voted out. But, I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a game, and like, I'm glad I was here, and I'm glad I made it this far. I do wish I did better, but clearly, like, alliances are not going to be able to trust each other. I had a great time at Survivor Maryland.
Next time on Survivor. 15 players are left. Alliances have formed on both sides, and everything will change.
Drop your box.